Hi, Cosmic Hamsters here, and welcome to episode 2 of Hamster Bites, the bite-sized podcast all about hamsters. Today I want to talk about the different hamster species you can have as a pet. The species that people keep as pets are Syrians, sometimes referred to as golden, teddy bears or fancy bears, but they are all just Syrian hamsters. And then you have Chinese, Roboroskis, also known as Robos, winter whites and Campbell dwarfs. But the majority of dwarf hamsters are going to be a hybrid of the winter white and the Campbell, just because of how they have been bred over the years. These dwarfs can also be referred to as Russian, Siberian or Hungarian hamsters. I know it can get a bit confusing with all the different names, especially when people use them interchangeably. The Chinese hamster is the only species I've never had any real experience of looking after. They do seem to be quite rare these days, especially compared to when I was a youngster, which was many years ago. That's the last time I saw or held a Chinese hamster, because one of my neighbours had one and I was trying to help them tame it. But it was a little bit different to taming a Syrian. But I didn't really understand that back then. I was only young. Now, I really love the Syrian hamster, and I have had 8 of them in my lifetime. 2 when I was a kid and the other 6 more recently. They are the largest hamster you can have as a pet, and personally, I just think they are easy to handle and maybe a bit more interactive than the other smaller species. You can get short-haired or long-haired, and the females are known to be a little more crazy and harder to please than the males, especially when it comes to enclosure size, their setup and free roaming, but they sure can make you laugh in their antics. The dwarf hamsters are smaller than the Syrians, and some don't mind being handled, whilst some will be more of a watch-only hamster and want to be left alone to do their own thing. I think the same can be said, and probably even more so for Robos. Robos can be very fast, and so that may put some people off wanting one, but they are definitely entertaining to watch and can often be found wandering around their enclosures during the day, more so compared to other species of hamsters. If you aren't sure about what species of hamster would fit in best with your family, it's always worth speaking to a local rescue if you have one nearby. Depending on where you live in the world, there are often many hamsters looking to be rehomed, and because of that, I'm always going to recommend adopting or rescuing a hamster over getting one from a pet store or a breeder. And most rescues can work with you to help find the right hamster for you. All of my hamsters, apart from one when I was a child, have been adopted from acquaintances of friends, rescues or rehoming sites, and I just love being able to give a hamster in need a new safe and secure home for the rest of their life. If you have any questions relating to the differences in the species, just put them in the comments section below, and also let me know if you have a favourite hamster species. I love them all, but I have to admit I definitely have a soft spot for Syrians. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying the podcast Hamster Bites, and thanks for listening, and until next time, stay cosmic!